Hello and welcome to reading the Refuge rulebook. Today we're on chapter, I keep forgetting what chapter this is. 5, calls and deliveries. Today we're on qualifiers. Now, qualifiers are the part that goes in the middle. So if you remember correctly, let's look up here. We had number qualifier effect. So qualifiers are the ones in the middle. What type of attack you're doing, such as arcane. The arcane qualifier represents the pinnacle of mystical might, avoiding most defensive abilities. To put it bluntly, unless the enemy has a specific resist arcane skill, the only skill that will stop arcane attacks is dodge. That's it. If you're wielding arcane, you're pretty well off, and there are some abilities that put that in the player's hands. Not much though. Elemental. This qualifier represents using the energies that permeate the realms of Refuge cosmology in their most raw form. Usually that means you'll be throwing fire, stone, lightning, ice, that kind of thing. And it'd be like 4 elemental ice. Would be a call you'd hear often with that one. Poison. This qualifier represents both virulent poisons and helpful antitoxins. These are often delivered by alchemical substances or through special abilities with the word poison in the verbal call. Any ingested alchemy is delivered with the poison qualifier. So yeah, like if you're throwing an alchemy sleep globe, it's poison sleep. Spell. This qualifier represents the attacks that use a refined control of the energies that permeate Refuge. Any spell cast with an incant uses the spell qualifier, even if it is not explicitly specified. Any ingested earth potions are delivered with the spell qualifier. So yeah, if you say, I call forth a 45 flame bolt, then it is still spell, even though you're not saying spell in the incant. It's not elemental, even though it uses the word flame. It's a flame bolt, not an elemental flame. Important distinction to make. Weapon. This is the most common qualifier, representing the solid impact of a club or the clean cut of a monster's claw. When making a physical delivery weapon qualifier attack with a number, you can omit the weapon qualifier itself in the call. If you are making a weapon attack without a number, or if you are using the strike keyword, you must still include weapon as part of the call to make it clear which qualifier is being used. So yeah, when you're using with the weapon ones, most swings will be 4 normal. Well, that's technically 4 weapon normal. You can just say 4 normal, and people will know you're using weapon, partly because you're swinging your physical weapon at them. But if you're using a weapon strike, like you have the ritual known as Raging Strike, which lets you turn your attacks into weapon strikes, then it'd be 4 weapon strike normal. Because it is now a strike, but now they need to know that it's a weapon strike and not a spell strike, etc. Again, these things can sound confusing in the rulebook, but once you get out there on the field, it gets a lot easier to remember what you're doing and understand it. And like, yeah, it's just the way it's written sometimes can be a little confusing. A character may never heal damage from a weapon qualifier attack, even when struck by a number healing. A carrier attack using the weapon qualifier can never provide a beneficial result to the target. It would be if you would be healed or otherwise benefited by such an effect, you instead call no effect. So yeah, a weapon attack against you can never heal you. Even if you have a thing that says you're healed by flame, if someone's swinging 4 flame, that's instead a no effect call. Now, if you're healed by flame and someone uses 4 elemental flame, then that is a call of healed by. So yeah, pretty easy to remember. Oh, Oh, we've got an obsidian. Oh, here we go. Little visit from the kitty. Hey, kitty. Yeah. She's a good girl. Yeah. Oh, and there she goes. She puts up with me. Anyhow, thanks for listening to this one. Tomorrow we'll go over effects.